We were surprised to learn that Demovsky doesn't like being a celebrity all that much. He's a family guy. Married to a small-town girl. He didn't love being interviewed, and he can still be touchy about his height.
Oh, and you know, he's not very tall. If you get a chance to walk past him, stand up on your toes a little bit and look at him and ask him if he's shrinking.
I'm Mike Vandermoss, he's Weston Hodkowitz. We're here to talk about the Packers, the 2-minute drill. Wes, start the clock.
Alrighty.
Topic number one, Clay Matthews is not going to play against the Lions this week. The last time he was out of a game, the Packers lost. Actually, he missed 1.5 games. They lost back-to-back games to bad teams. Is this a bad sign for the Packers?
Well, it definitely doesn't help them not having Matthews out there, but I do like what they have as far as their depth. Eric Walden's been playing really, really solid in my estimation this year. He's going to have to play even better without him there, though, because he only has 1 sack this year. When a guy like Desmond Moses, finally being able to see him probably play more than 40 snaps in a game, I'm excited to see what he can do there. But I don't know if this is going to be as dire of a situation as it was the last time they lost Matthews. I think you don't have him in there, and obviously he has 9 sacks. He's one of the league leaders right now. But I still think the way they've stepped up so far this year, going up against a Detroit team who you really can't make heads or tails which week, what team you're going to get in Detroit, I think they'll be okay. But the one thing that is without a doubt is with Matthew Stafford, they have to generate pressure. So with Matthews not being there, they are going to need some guys to step up to be able to cause some trouble there.
Topic 2, Wes, my research tells me that the Packers are almost as good in domes as they are at Lambeau Field. That's ridiculous. How does this team use that as it's a dome field advantage for the Packers?
I like that. Nice play on words, too. That's impressive. I'll tell you what, we saw this last year, too. We thought that when they came back to Lambeau Field, maybe this is a team that just plays a little bit better in a dome than they do at Lambeau. I'll tell you what, with the way the NFL is going right now in the pass-heavy attacks, and the way the Packers, kind of pass the ball, and they really build their offense around that. They've been running more this year, but I still think this is a team right now, whether it's in a dome or at Lambeau, they're still trending in the right direction. But I don't think it is the favorable disadvantage that it used to be.
Final topic, Wes. The Lions are a desperate team. If they lose, they're probably out of playoff contention. Does that make it as if the Packers are facing a wounded animal this week, so to speak?
I sure think so, Mike. I thought last week was the week for them to rise up, getting a big win over Jacksonville, to come back and bounce back against Minnesota. They didn't do that. Now they're going up against a Packers team that's won 4 in a row. They're going to need everything they have to really come out there and be able to pick up a win like this.
For Wes, I'm Mike. We're out.
You're 5'9". Most people consider that average.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you're sensitive about that.
No, I'm only sensitive when people mess with me about my height.
And we saw that with one of your coworkers.
How tall are you?
5'9", why?
5'9"? I'm 5'7", I tower over you.
And I don't appreciate that.
And why does that get under your skin?
Well, I just feel that's one of the more ridiculous comments that can be thrown at me, especially coming from somebody who's also 5'9".
He's sensitive, so you have to be careful what you say around him.
Very sensitive.
He takes everything to heart.
What kind of things are we talking about?
Like when he sees this interview, he's going to be sensitive to the fact that we're saying he's sensitive.
So you just got to compliment him on the stories he writes. Just make him feel good. Consequently, he'll go out, keep writing good stories. Makes us feel good, too.